Mamela, sikhulume zasekhasi manje. Sikhulume zasekhasi manje. Ekhasi Talk Show.
Welcome to the third episode of Etasasakasi Online Talk Show. Igama lami nobuhle uyibona umashange umadumakude umamdima. Today we're having a very special show dedicating it to all the graduates of SA. Abaningi sebaqeda iminyaka behlezi emakhaya bangawutholi umsebenzi. Some ended up doing imisebenzi abangayifundelanga just to make a living and pay bills. Angihambi yedwa namhlanje. I am joined by Mr Mthembeni Mkhize, who has a Bcom in industrial psychology and also he has a Bcom honors in employment relations. Akahambi yedwa, he's joined by Mr Bulelani Buyeye, who has a degree in logistics and entrepreneurship. So today they'll be sharing their stories and all the hardships that they had to face before bethole umsebenzi, hoping that every single young person ohlezi ekhaya with a degree thinking that it's impossible will be inspired today not to give up. Without wasting any time, let's do this.
Ekhasi Talk Show.
Sanamukela guys, ninjani?
Sepenzani.
So tell me a little bit more about yourself. Noguthi which guys are you representing?
Mr Mthembeni Mkhize representing Eclipse Rate.
Yay! And
Bulelani Buyeye representing
Bcom. Yay! So tell me, bekunjani ukulela Eclipse Rate?
It was actually the best time of my life. Like, you know, ukula na wonke umuntu, you know, ukula nakumakhelwane wonke umuntu, like, you know, nje kumnandi kusekhasi yabona zonke izinto ziyenzeka and uyakhula. So I miss those days because manje sengimdala, I understand that, but obviously kukhula khona vele, like I think it's nakhona kungenza ukuthi ngibe lo muntu engiyena namhlanje.
Yes, so true. And for Mr Bulelani?
Growing up in Lokshini, it was cool in the sense that we all united and one.Do, my neighbor. And Nyazana the most at Panjas, Masababs,
yes.
Which the walls are long, but Nazano Makilan. But Lokshina, you have that relation with people.
Okay. And what are the hardships that you had to overcome to get where you are today?
So basically, I think in the Canada, when I moved over from KZN to Joburg, it was like settling, you know, to a Lokshini, pleasant Lokshini because my parents and you know, it was not easy because obviously to adapt is great because Dana languages are and in KZN it's just English, you know. And then the other thing that I think like has been my challenge is when I graduated, like it took me 8 months to which was very hard and stressful because you've got people looking into you, but okay, and then you've got the community, you've got abazali, you've got people that are looking up into you. So that has been very hard.
And for Mr Bulelani, what are the hardships that you had to overcome to get where you are today?
Hardship, I have an optimistic mind, I think.
Yes.
Hardship always there. As a matter of fact, when it comes, how do you react to it?
Yeah.
Understand? And in hardship, I faced a kaya. I was the only one who matriculated.
Yes.
And it was hard because my brothers, not that badly in school, but they're not good in food, but they're good in Zantas.
Yes,
and then I was the first one to gain a food in Cheshire to complete, which hardship I didn't have sort of my role model that I can look up to. Yes. What is happening in Cheshire? But I overcome that because I told myself I'm the only one, but those who follow me after, they will see themselves as the person that they can look after too.
And we're very proud of you. We're very proud of you. So we'll also get back to that point also. I just want to find out, since when you have a Bcom honors in employment relations and also a Bcom in industrial psychology, what inspired you to study that?
You know what, I think the thing is to study industrial psychology to begin with. I'm a people's person, you know, so obviously that being said, looked for something that is going to match my personality.
Yes.
You know, I felt like, you know, if I want to study accounting, that's just numbers for me, you know. I need to interact with people. I need to find different challenges from different people. I need to know people. Yes, correct, yeah, because I think, and then when I moved over to employment relations, it was all about employment discipline, you know, in a workplace. So I wonder about yesterday, say, EER, which is like as industrial relations as well. No, like we just discipline, we just need to find out the background to how to treat other people, you know, in a workplace better, and upskill as well.
And that's very nice and it's very unique because Ms. Pumekaya sits your phone and we're thinking of accounting, doctor, whatever, so it's very nice.
No, I agree because I think it's such another mindset like, you know, it's either medicine or accounting or engineering. Those are just like, you know, teaching, because I want to basis on and forgetting which is the corner as in as corner universities is not measure personality.
Okay, we'll also get back to that. When Mr Bulelani, what made you study logistics and entrepreneurship?
Okay. Before I started logistics, I started with entrepreneurship.
Yes.
I didn't know what to do, firstly, but I knew what I wanted to do. And at some point, I might say, entrepreneurship, English school is tennis, which I didn't know was entrepreneurship back then. But no code entrepreneurship, and then I knew that it's in my blood. But I don't know, entrepreneurship, they are born or they are made. I'm not sure, but at the same time, I thought, okay, let me just do entrepreneurship. After it, I was young, and capital I didn't have experience from it because I was it was after my trip. Then I said, okay, let me just do logistics. As logistics, it introduced in South Africa in 2000 to universities. And then it was what dominated. And then I thought, okay, logistics is unique. In the point that I was auction or whoever understand. Then I thought, okay, let me just do it in order to introduce it to Kasi, just to see dynamic with how can it works. But logistics, what is partly to do with how we do things.
So tell us, what is logistics all about?
Logistics is all about bringing goods to people as fast as they can. Example, maybe warehouses, Pick and Pay, they have more trucks. The trucks are corner, they just collect the stock also, and then pass later to my shop, hypermarket. Logistics is all about transportation goods from people to warehouse to people.
Really? I didn't know that. So you see, Emakai, we are learning every day. We'll be right back after the break with Mr Mthembeni Mkhize and Mr Bulelani Buyeye. Welcome back, sisahlezi naye Mr Mthembeni Mkhize naye Mr Bulelani Buyeye. So before the break, ushelo ukuthi you had to sit 8 months yonke ekhaya before uthola umsebenzi. How was that?
To be quite honest with you, it was not easy. You feel as if okay, you've been through like adversity for 4 years, 3 years, depending on what degree and then to establish because one, you might enter into depression mode because obviously they're looking up to him, and then when I saw feel you can't even provide because you can't even be a role model for abantu abakhulayo because you can't even find. You can't even secure yourself from savings.
Yes, because we all have that thing. You go to city, you buy a car,
which is incorrect because I think majority of us as graduates, we picture ourselves at the age of 25 driving on our dream cars with the fattest salary, and it turns out it's not reality, it's just something which is then looking out there. It's just completely a different thing.
And different story. Maybe it's something that especially those who are still in matric right now.
Yes.
It's okay. Things are gonna happen. When they look at this episode, they know it's okay. It might not just happen the way I've planned it.
Yeah.
However, if I push on and carry on, it will come. Yes. So for when, and then you said you studied logistics and entrepreneurship. So logistics, it's not something that is known. Was it easy for you to find umsebenzi?
Let me go easy.
Yes.
It wasn't easy.
Yes.
Because as I said before, it was white dominated. And then me as a black South African, applying, getting rejected. I can say I got used to rejected than employment per se, because I told myself, okay, rejection is part of life.
Yes.
Rejection is part of life. And then me, how my reaction go rejection, how can I move forward in order to okay, fine, but rejected, what other option can I see?
So Azam told him
Okay.
And then what did you do
to
survive?
To survive, I did entrepreneur, and then my mind it was on a business per se. Then I started the company. I have 2 companies, I can say. 2 companies, the NPO and private. Private deals with transportation, NPO deals with the homemaker assistance.
Yes.
Yeah, and then homemaker assistance is valuable money because of COVID.
Yes.
Yeah, but transportation, I took advantage because they said level 4, they will open a restaurant for e-delivery and e-takeout. And then I pitched a restaurant for Sekasi, good to find, didn't have delivery before, then we just deliver food for you. And then Bavuma, which man is I 5, I think.
That's very nice. That's very nice.
Which is not easy, but I'm finding myself how can I do things in order to integrate.
And also nokuthi omunye umuntu futhi ohlezi ekhaya ukuthi azi ukuthi sometimes ama-plans akho angeke ahambe the way you're planned, but you need to have the option B njalo. So I need abantu khona abantu ukuthi mina ngifundile, I can't settle for any other job besides this. But life izogcina kuforcing ukuthi like ugcina wenze lento le so that you are able to pay bills now you are surviving at the end of the month basically.
That's very true, yeah.
So Mthembeni, I want us to highlight this. Take me back to that 8 months depression and all of that. What was happening? Because I want us to speak about this because a lot of young people right now fighting depression because of this employment thing.
It was like 8 months it felt like 8 years. Because nothing in a degree graduated, I was expected a peluta, graduated, as case one that isn't disease. And within the 8 months, I was 70, I was a source of income, so depending even for the Bazalina.
Like, I'm going to put like,
yeah.
I need to see a Kuruma it's open.
Yeah.
Bokala, and you felt like giving up. What was happening? I just want us to start to speak in 8 months.
I used to cry because you know, they need to at least because obviously I've completed the degree manje sefane ngabe ngiyasebenza you know and obviously angisebenzi ngisakhala kubona nabantu labangabakufanele banakekele mina you understand which is then very like faka to depression mode ukuthi vele kanti ngifundelani you know because obviously usacabanga ukuthi what is it that I can do and njengoba ashilo ulukhuzana ngakubulelo ukuthi at least ngona plan B we understand ukuthi yena izinto sithema ngabe singamukheli out on the logistics side and then we're going to entrepreneurship of which we are paid. So what I'm trying to say is depression is over hard, but if we keep focus, we focus, we push it, you know, in order for when
like what I know, guys, it's so difficult to be positive in a situation in negative. Like, I need school, you can't think positive about beginning in a situation where you take care of it. Skip 80,000 okay, times 4 maybe uzoqeda degree yakho ne and then uyabuya uzohlala ekhaya uzocela isinkwa futhi ubuya futhi wena uzocela into ogcoba kithi when ngaleso sikhathi ba expect ukuthi uzothi ma ngizothenga ukudla namhlanje uzothenga igrocery ekhaya take us I just want us no, but it's not depression because of it's something that we don't talk about. It's fish and no, we
consider that very depression is econ. But I think if we settle around wena supportive njengoba sike saqala eqaleni ukuthi ukhulela lokushini akufani nokukhulela endaweni zasilungile la ongazikhona ukuthi uma khona mlaledlile or akadlala. Elokushini you understand ukuthi okay, like you know ukuthi okay angunakuthi but isingihambe kumakhi ngimtshela ukuthi makhi ngizobona masingi right. So if ukuthi settle yakho it's supportive, we understand, and then now we are khona ukuthi ukhiphe lokho ufuna ukukhuluma, which is then because like but a problem spoken is a problem half solved, yeah. Yes. Like whatever, like so obviously once I keep up when at least kancane, even though ngeke visible because more yolana vele uyazi ukuthi uzoba umsebenzi ngabe ngenza ukuthi but obviously manga usuyikhulumile kuba ngcono because obviously so ushareile inkinga yakho.
Especially my daughter, like I just want to go back to that thing because Tina, as young women, we have all mama babes, we have sisters. You know, it's easier for us to say, yo, chum, so. Maui out, or just a man in general, you are expected to clean. So I just want to come back to that thing, Yoguti. Today, we're speaking to every single man. It's okay to talk about your problems. It's okay to accept the situation you're good, okay? And don't let anybody say otherwise or make you feel useless. So when Bulelani, I just want to ask you something. I need to go from you did logistics, right? And then I'm not getting umsebenzi, and then you decided to start your own business. What advice can you give to somebody who says like just to make a living for himself or herself? To survive, basically.
So yeah, it won't be easy because you know to be schooling and then but at the same time I had a background in entrepreneurship before logistics, which I had a business. I had a business mind.
Yes,
yeah, and then I told myself, okay, I'm going to have and then I have a background in entrepreneur. That's why I started my own business. But I want to get a degree or whatever diploma. Just keep on knocking the doors. Or at the same time, maybe they can collaborate. Whoever understand they can start something. I don't know, but it depends on buying the or
or just enjoy to so that now because getting guys.
True.
Yeah, getting be it you are a man or a woman. So at least if you have I have maybe a salary is on my cosmetics, is on my so in the Ozam wish to or Umusha like on a that hard to degree as other options.
Not to survive.
Yes,
Alright, so we'll be right back after the break. Welcome back. Like, I just want to ask you something. So, like 3 to 4 years, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And then it costs a year is about 50 to 80,000, saying included so you times that by 4 or by 3. Like you're already on 100 and something or 200 and something.
Yes,
then you graduate. Then you have your phone and then that's your first salary 5,000.
Which is more cases, yeah.
And then you still have to pay back Do you think a government has power to sort of like create a minimum salary that has to be paid for every single graduate, regardless of what because like for instance, Baba had a reasonable minimum wage. But okay, usasamush graduating 99. This is how much a company is supposed to pay you. Like for instance, it's not starting it's 10,000. So that they are able to deduct, let's say 1,000 rand every month so that you pay back your NFSs. Do you think a government has that power?
I understand with my degree or funny, but I think the government has like the authority to this is a starting minimum salary for my graduate, you understand?
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, I mean it's only fair, you know, for which is spending 4 years and you know. And the other thing that I like, you know, most probably the government that can do is partner with universities and businesses, you know, like each and every degree or a diploma that is studied at a university or a college should have practicals, or they call it in-service training, so that when you graduate you still have like, you know, that experience, so that when you apply for jobs, when they say they want 1 to 3 years experience, at least you've got something, you have been exposed to a work environment, you know what is it that is expected of you. Because like you go to school for full 4 years, studying a degree, like you're studying whatever that's written on the book, giving answers, and then you get cum laude, but obviously it doesn't happen that way in the workplace.
In the real places. Yeah. And also I just want to ask you something, Bulelani. So do you think, and it's fair, Konalama companies that they have requirements, right? But okay, sifuna umuntu na 10 years experience. Leyo muntu leyo funeka abe 35 years old. Izinto ezinjalo, I understand. Where does that leave umuntu omusha oqeda to graduate ofuna umsebenzi?
Which that lead you ukuthi wenze isithilo before uyenze umsebenzi bongafoni because you want to survive in order to get money.
Oh, so you're trying to say so lead to umsebenzi or umsebenzi because I'm told umsebenzi.
Exactly.
Okay.
But at the same time, companies now I'm blaming because now there is certain standard in order to make is supposed to keep company so that they can see the there's an open experience. But on experience on the qualification, then leaders would say, okay, in the qualification, but what's next? If a company I want to apply for it in tennis experience, which how can I get tennis experience which I will need a chance?
Yes, and also thinking maybe you have great ideas that can help that company, but because of you are young, they don't believe you. And also I just want to ask you, Uti, do you think our government is doing so much or enough to sort of like create employment for India and Mhlanje?
Government I can say, yeah, he's trying his best, but remember, not this money which he cannot help us all understand. But not at the same time, government, at some point, get go fair to all of us, understand? Because sometimes you go to these agents or in which okay fine, I see you have the understand which one, okay, what you have qualification, but what experience, what can you give us? Understand what to say in the land, but at the same time, often experiencing that, and then it leads you to say, okay, no qualification, but at the same time, our phone accept as the person with no qualification, then our phone 10 years experience, which that leads to depression. But okay, maybe means you know going forward.
Yes, but then that Mandela, where he saw rest in peace, said, we the young people, we are the future, right?
Sure.
So I think it's only fair to be given a chance. Right? Yes. So Nadia isn't alive because we cannot really say what is us, but we know about the corruption is alive. So our government, now you assimilate as young people.
Yes,
and also by him doing so, create a crime, obviously, because right? So do we think when do you think our government, right, especially for those degrees Department of Education, Department of Health, Department of so and so. Do you think it's only fair you must reach a certain age, a certain 50, like that, so that they can allow Musha to come in?
Well, I think it's fair. Because at the end of the day, young minds, or as an initiatives, we understand. Because I'm not saying like
no, we do say in
yes. So Let's say angithi abantu abasha bafika bashintsha izinto the ways enziwa ngakhona like baba innovative yabona ukuthi izinto bazenze much more simpler and easier as ubona ukuthi ne technology yashintsha zonke izinto ziyashintsha ukuthi nathi phela njengoba sibancane sifika kuma working environment sisacela ukunikezwe ithuba yabona ukuthi bonke ke laba bantu okay bye anawe ama early retirement yabona abantu be retire ayikuthi babalahla yes ayikuthi babalahla but basinikeze ithuba ukuthi singene nathi sisiprove ukuthi we can be better.
Yes, yeah. I can fully agree no Mr Mthembeni, because I do believe ukuthi kukhona abantu abahlezi emakhaya with great ideas that can turn this country into something beautiful and also basincede nane economy yethu. As sibona coronavirus really affected our country so badly. Sisahlezi nabo, we'll be right back after the break. Thank you guys for joining us namhlanje. I hope every single young person today was inspired. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to have that winning attitude. And we wish you all the best. Remember, it starts with you, with whatever that you have right where you are. Till we meet again next week Tuesday, have a very blessed week ahead. Mwah.
Mamela, sikhulumeza sekasi man. Sikhulumeza sekasi man. Kasi talk show. Kasi talk show. Kasi. Mamela, sikhulumeza sekasi man. Sikhulumeza sekasi man.